This is what makes a woman really crave a man. The important traits that will attract her to you. The hardest thing about dating someone of the opposite sex is actually learning that they have a completely different brain to yours, and what they look for in a person is a lot different to what you look for in a person. So, no wonder it feels like women are very confusing creatures and that you constantly have to work for their affection, because, well, essentially, that's what you have to do. And she's going to be doing the exact same for you because remember, she doesn't have a guy brain. Leave a like on the video my love, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe to receive new advice. Do this to help the channel continue to grow. Leaving a like is all I ask as a gift. So, to help you with women's attraction, let's talk about the things that make a lady crave a guy. Of course, let's address it. Every lady is completely different, but there are a lot of very basic kind of things that lots of women do crave for when it comes to the attraction of a guy. Let's dive in. The first thing is that he is romantic, and I get it because you guys don't understand romance. Why buy a girl flowers when flowers just die? They go in the bin, it's completely pointless. I get it, it doesn't seem like a worthwhile investment. But what you have to understand is that she uses romance to feel loved and to feel appreciated. She wants someone to value her for her uniqueness, and that goes by those little tiny things. The little things mean the most. And of course, flowers don't always cut it. So, I'm telling you to get a head start in your relationship and go out there and read The 5 Love Languages by Dr. Gary Chapman. The link to the book is in the description bar below, so go check that out. As soon as you understand those love languages, you can test them out on your girl to see which one matches hers, and then that book is going to give you many ideas of little tiny romantic gestures that you can do. This is going to make her become crazy over you because it shows you have taken the time out of your masculine brain to show yourself, to decide to tell her that she feels loved. The second thing is his responsibility. Relationships in today's society are very much 50-50. A woman wants to date someone who picks up after himself, who can actually just live his own life and take care of himself. She doesn't want to have to do all the housework, she doesn't want to have to look after the kids, and a lot of couples today don't even talk about having children or even getting married. So, the lady wants to date someone who is responsible and willing to live his own life so that she doesn't have to have any more stress. Because why would a woman want to go out, work so many hours a day, to come back and then clean up after a guy? You wouldn't want to do the same, so why would you expect her to do that? So, the easiest way is to show that you have responsibility towards so many things in your life. You can certainly bring these into conversations and talk about the commitments that you have on a daily basis. It could even be something as simple as your hobby that you will not give up. You go to regular sporting events, and that means that you can't always go on a date with the lady on the day when your team is playing. That is just a little bit of responsibility, and it lets her know that just because you are in a relationship, it doesn't mean you will drop everything for her. And this bit of independence is exactly the thing that a woman absolutely craves. Number 3, he has a great sense of humor. Women want to be with people that make life fun. So if you can show a lady that you are a great person to hang out with and that you have a great sense of humor, you can both make each other laugh all the time. This upbeat personality means that you guys are literally against the world, ready to take on anything. Because if you are planning on spending the rest of your life with someone, you want to make sure that you guys actually get along and have fun along the way. Of course, he is genuine and honest. Honesty is something that women love to see in a guy, and this means he is able to open up and say that he's having a bad month at work, he's able to talk about his emotions, or just says, "I'm not feeling great, this is what I need from you." Even if that is, "I don't feel good, I'm gonna go in the man cave for like 2 hours." That's totally cool because honesty means the relationship is going somewhere. Let's talk about being genuine. If you can confidently be yourself, you won't change to impress a lady. You are just uniquely you, with your scars, with your wounds, with those cringy hobbies, whatever embarrassing thing that you get up to. A woman is going to appreciate this a lot. She would much rather date a guy that is genuine in himself than someone that puts up a front. So this means you do not have to be embarrassed about the little things that you probably do feel a little bit cringy about. So what, you don't drive a fancy car? A woman would love you more and crave you more if you were genuine with the things you did every day. Because you can have a fancy car and drive it, but if you have a fake personality, she's not gonna crave you, unless she's a gold digger. But never go after gold diggers because that's always going to end in tears. He is driven. Women, more than ever right now, are willing to have their own careers, they want to build their own side hustles, they want to have amazing stable futures, and they are not dependent on guys anymore. So they want this for you. They understand what it takes to be successful, so she's going to appreciate this in you. And it goes back to lady and caveman thinking, where we want to be with someone that is able to have survivability, who is very brave, fights off buffaloes, and can make things work despite the bad hand that they were dealt. So having ambition in your life to do great things, whether that is to have 3 job promotions in 2 years, to move to Thailand, to invest in another business, or to help out a large charity, something that you are passionate to do, whether it's a career or a personal goal, is something a lady craves to see in a guy. And it keeps that relationship spark going, because if she can see that he is committed and he is passionate to something, there is the sense that she is going to receive that same type of passion in the relationship. He is empathetic. What specifically a lady will crave is a man that has emotional intelligence. He's not able to hold back on things in case it hurts someone, and he is able to offer advice and stand up for what he believes in, rather than just lying and keeping things on the DL. This also means that if she is having a bad day, she wants the guy to be able to pick up on it. It doesn't want to be a situation where he just offers lots of solving of the problem and says, "Hey, you should do this," or "I told you to do this yesterday, there's no point getting upset today." She wants to feel seen, heard, and appreciated, and having someone that is highly empathetic is going to do just this. He has stability. Stability comes in so many different forms. Obviously, years ago, it would have been the whole financial thing because women just couldn't get jobs. So don't just think about money, think outside the box. So a woman wants to see that you are stable in so many levels of your life. So this is going to be your career. Are you constantly leaving jobs, walking out of jobs, getting fired? Because if you are, it's not very attractive. She wants to know that you have stable income, so that 1, obviously, you can buy her gifts, but 2, she's not having to push you along in the relationship and cover your rent and your car insurance despite her doing the same for her too. But this also goes on to your hobbies. Do you actually engage in regular stable self-care? Do you know how to de-stress? Do you have a set morning and evening routine? Or maybe you choose to fast on Sundays, or you don't eat carbs. These are all different types of stability ethics that you can show off to her, which is going to make her crave you. He is confident. So let's talk about confidence versus arrogance. If you are the type of guy that is uniquely yourself, you are okay to say what you want to say, obviously not offending people, this is confidence. But arrogance is when people feel like you are a little bit of a sleazeball, a little bit slimy. People don't really want to be chatting to you because all you do is just hammer your fists on your chest and talk about the latest job promotion that you had. A woman wants to date a confident guy. Now, confidence, believe it or not, is you showing up, saying, "Hey, I collect stamps. I have done since I was 12. It's a little bit embarrassing, but you know what? I absolutely love it." And despite what you think, this is very attractive because you are being confident. You are standing up and being you. You aren't being this person that talks about never being sad, never been angry, and not having any fears. You were just like, "Hey, this is me, like it or lump it." He is domesticated. Yes, I had to say this one, not from a personal aspect, but from all of the girls that I've spoken to, and all of the research that has gone into this video. Like I mentioned before, women are no longer stuck in the 1950s time frame. They are able to discover the world, to go out there on adventures, and figure out who they want to be, and to inspire other people. So, a woman does not have time to pick up your socks off the bedroom floor, okay? She does not have time to cook you lots of different snacks when you come home from work. You need to be picking up your share of stuff. And the mindset of women today is so different because back then, it was predominantly, you were a baby-making machine, and then you catered to the house, and you served the husband. However, now, if women are not choosing to have children, or they're happy to have people to come in and look after their children, like nannies, and things like that, it means she's expecting you to do just as much housework. If you get a house together, it should be 50-50ths. It's not a case where we give you a golden star every time you load up the dishwasher. We are going to give you a standing ovation and a round of applause every time you remember to flush the toilet. It's a case of, dude, you live here too, pick up your own stuff, otherwise, you're out. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. 18 surprising things you didn't realize make you attractive. Number 9 will shock you. Have you ever had a crush on someone and then, when you think about it, you can't quite actually figure out where the crush came from or even why you like this person? Because perhaps they are not your type completely. Well, the reason for this is because, according to science, there are things that people do, behavioral traits or physical qualities about them, that we find attractive. Therefore, someone that we would never consider dating can elicit these behaviors, and we like them. This works for both ladies and dudes. So, if you want to know more of the surprising things that you didn't actually think made you attractive, this is the video for you. You have musician traits. If you are someone that is able to hold a note or play the piano, the violin, or even just a couple of chords on an acoustic guitar, it's considered to be more attractive than the average person. And the reason for this is because, well, we presume that anyone that is musically gifted is a lot more confident and they have a specialized skill. They are one of a kind. So naturally, we respect that, and we are very attracted to confident people. So if you are the type of person that is able to carry your musical instrument on your back, for example, your guitar, then you are going to get a lot more attention. However, if you play the sousaphone, you might struggle with this. Maybe facial hair, specifically this is more persuaded to the guys, and the ladies unless that's your type of thing and that's what you're into. But facial hair on a guy makes us ladies feel that they are mature. It's the sign that they have physically grown up. And you don't have to be supporting a Father Christmas-style beard, just a little bit of stubble is enough. Having a sense of humor means that you are confident, and like I said at the start of the video, we all want to be with confident people. At the University of British Columbia, there was a speed dating event study, and people were rated on their attractiveness and their humor. They found out that people were rated as more attractive if they were funny. Be a good listener. Everyone loves to feel consoled and listened to, and if you are one of these types of people that really listens, and I mean truly listens, when someone talks, people will find you very attentive and very attractive. Because listening is how we connect with other people, and if someone listens to us drone on about our emotions, we feel safe with them because we know that they have time for us. Smiling often. Gotta be honest, when I scroll through Instagram and I see all these super hot Instagram models, and they all have that resting bee face where they don't really do any form of emotion, it's kind of like a frowny sexy pout thing. Now, I get it, it looks sexy, but it's kind of weird and it's very uninviting and it's not friendly because there's no smiles anymore. So naturally, the good old-fashioned smile will make you a lot more attractive. Because when someone smiles, we feel that they are approachable, they are kind, and very inviting. So if you have to keep up that Instagram model pose when you're out at a party, you might notice that not many people want to come over and talk to you. Eating spicy food. The University of Minnesota did a study on the attraction of women eating different types of food, and it was found that women became 20% more attractive when they were eating something spicy. So maybe walk around with a bag of flamin' hot Cheetos and let me know how your day goes. Your choice of outfit color. Red is seen as a fiery, passionate, sexual color, and if a woman wears it, she's perceived to be more attractive. It's a color that stands out and immediately makes you look, well, just very hot. And you don't have to be supporting a full red outfit, it could be a statement piece, for example, red shoes, red nails, a red handbag, or even red lipstick. And if you are wondering for the guys, it's a little bit different. If a guy wears the color blue, a lady is going to find him more attractive than if he wore any other color. Embracing your scars. You know the phrase, chicks dig scars? Well, there's kind of some element behind it. Scars show us that someone has lived a life. And if we revert back to cave lady and caveman brains, then we feel that if someone has scars, they have a sign of bravery and the ability that they have survived a traumatic event, which is kind of hard. Sweating. Yeah, it's actually a thing. In a study published in the Journal of Neuroscience, researchers found that the male sweat glands actually release a pheromone that elicits a sexual feeling amongst females. Therefore, if you sweat, women find you more attractive. Crazy. The baby bear amount of alcohol. According to a study, the perfect amount of alcohol to drink is 250 milliliters, which is 8 liquid ounces. And because this means you are in a fun state, you've had a drink, people can obviously smell the drink on your breath, but you aren't completely overboard where you can't string sentences together. And this approach of just being a little bit tipsy, as weird as it sounds, means we perceive someone to be more attractive. And that's because alcohol does become a truth serum. Therefore, if someone is talking to you and you've noticed that they've had a drink, you feel a bit more attracted to them because what they are saying is true. This one is a little bit crazy, and that is speaking into someone's right ear. If you can talk into someone's right ear first, then the person will have a higher chance of actually wanting to listen to you, which may make you a little bit more attractive because they want to give you their direct attention. Now, this is due to the right hemisphere of the brain doing something a little bit different with an emotional connection as opposed to being spoken to in their left ear, making your date feel scared. Now, yeah, this sounds very crazy, and I'm going to cut it short so that no one goes crazy in the comments below, but if you can make you and your date feel a little bit scared together, you actually build a better chance of arousal. And that's because we mistake the feelings of fear for arousal in the brain, and that makes sense because our bodies do similar things. For example, our heart rate increases, and we have a shortness of breath, which is what happens when we are fearful and also aroused. And some great ways that you can use this to your advantage is to go to a theme park together on a date, watch a scary movie together, or watch the semi-finals of the England match. Being in a group. Naturally, when we see someone attractive, they become, well, even more attractive in a group situation because it shows that this person is emotionally stable, they are able to have relationships with other people, and it also gives us that fear of missing out if we see someone doing something fun in a friend group. Talking with your hands. People that talk with their hands come across as being better to communicate. It shows that they are trying to get someone to understand their state of mind, and if you can come across more confident, well, you're very much more attractive. Displaying a positive self-image in a conversation. If you can talk about how you have an amazingly high self-esteem and that you don't talk down about yourself, so that means no self-deprecating humor, and you don't talk about your negative traits, you come across more attractive. Having a hair tie around your wrist. This applies to both ladies and also guys. If a lady has a hair tie around her wrist, and apparently, that makes her more attractive. Not really sure where this came from, but I think I can agree with it because it works for guys too. If a guy has a piece of jewelry around his wrist, could be a bracelet or even a watch, it's a sign of masculinity that females love. Being kind to strangers. If you are able to say something nice to a waiter, for example, "I really like your haircut, looks good on you," or you open the door for a stranger, pick up some trash off the street, this actually gives signals to this other person that you are kind, humble, and friendly, and this makes you lots more attractive. Strong eye contact. Engaging in strong eye contact frequently with someone makes you more attractive on a psychological level. When we lock eyes with someone for more than 3 seconds, it starts to build an arousal feeling, and this is something that we don't want to do with strangers because it's a little bit weird. Therefore, if you can actually engage in a deep staring contest with someone that you fancy, and they do it back to you, you will both likely feel a little bit more aroused, therefore, you find each other a little bit more attractive. If you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something else to let me know, to confirm that you've received the knowledge from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it later. Let's continue. 12 important grooming tips for men that attract more women. Guide to male grooming that matters. So, guys, I've been telling you all about the psychology of how to act like an attractive man, what to do with text messages, how to be your most high-value self. And something we don't talk about is the physical side of things, and that is how you can groom yourself to be more attractive. And it's probably not what you actually think. So take it from me, a girl's perspective, that this is what me, my girlfriend, and every other female in the whole world will agree on. There are certain types of things that we find attractive when we see it on a guy's face, on their head, on their body, a whole lot of stuff. We literally just melt into the floor into a heap of lust. And if you want to find out some amazing grooming habits that all women find attractive, well, this is the video for you. You have to have some nice looking feet. Now, if you have something that looks like you've just walked out of Shrek's family, this is not attractive. We want you to pay attention to your feet, which includes the smell. You know, if you're sitting around under a desk all day, especially in today's British weather, things are gonna get a little bit pongy. So yeah, one of the biggest things you can do to be more attractive is to make an effort in what your feet look like. Cutting your toenails, exfoliating the skin, but most importantly, deodorizing. Smell amazing. A guy's cologne is something that attracts a woman. It doesn't matter what conversation we are having out in public, as soon as we get a whiff of some nice cologne, our head immediately turns in the direction of that guy who possesses that nice smell. So, go to a perfume counter and figure out what your signature scent is. Cologne smells, believe it or not, different on every different type of skin. So, it's worth trying as many testers as you can until you find something that fits you. This also includes making sure you shower often to combat those bad smells with some deodorant too. Your eyebrows. Something that guys don't realize is that when you enter into a relationship with a girl, she is very happy to offer various ways of hair removal on your body, from waxing to shaving to tweezing. So that's one benefit of dating a girl. However, in the dating phase, you want to make sure that you look like you do care about your appearance. And one of the easiest ways to do this is just to maintain the eyebrows. Don't go overboard, just remove the monobrow here, a couple of strays under there if you fancy it. And you can do this at home if you are embarrassed to go out to a waxing appointment. So, speaking about going outside for waxing appointments, if this makes you feel a little bit hesitant and embarrassed to go out there into that female stereotyped world and ask for some nice cologne, ask to get your eyebrows waxed, then you're gonna feel a little bit weird. If I say go to the local drugstore and buy some moisturizer, some cleansers, some serums, you're going to be completely over your head. But I have an amazing solution for you. Rather than walk into a department store completely overwhelmed by what are the best products for your skin, you can actually have it sent to your door. You can have a full personalized regime. And that is why I'm excited to have T.H. Hanley as today's sponsor of the video. T.H. Hanley makes everything so simple that all you have to do is apply the products and then go out there and get some amazing dates with people. Now, I get it, skincare is completely overwhelming, and it's a little bit intimidating to think, well, getting skincare is for girls, right? But inside this box, you get all of these products. Apart from your fancy packaging, you have an awesome face towel which has the T.H. Hanley logo on there, absolutely love this. Inside the box, you have a daily face wash which I recommend you use twice a day despite your thinking, I don't wear makeup. If you wear sunscreen or if you're working in a very sweaty environment, you want to be taking off all of that grime because if it stays on your skin, gets stuck into the pores, you're gonna have lots of blemishes. You get 2 moisturizers, the AM with SPF, which protects you from having that leathery looking skin when you get to your middle 30s, gets rid of the wrinkles, and the second PM moisturizer gives you that nice glow that when you wake up in the morning, you are literally looking your absolute best. And inside the box, you also have a fancy little facial scrub as well. This is going to remove all of those bumps and gives you that gentle exfoliation so that your skin looks absolutely amazing. And the most brilliant thing ever is inside the box you actually get your step-by-step guide of what to apply, how to apply it, but also how much to apply. You can squish out your products on here, you have your sizing guide so you're not wasting product and you're putting the right amount on. Now, not only do you get amazing looking skin, but you get tons of extra benefits. You get 25% off the retail price, and you can customize these boxes so you can add more products if you want to focus on anti-aging, you can focus on serums, but you can pause and cancel your subscription at any time. And if you live in the US, you get free shipping. However, if you are like me and you live in the UK, they do offer low-cost shipping to most countries. And because T.H. Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they are offering our viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description bar below, and not only will you get T.H. Hanley for the best possible price, but they will also give you a free gift with your first box. So, click that link below and get started for just $25. Guys, don't be forgetting those ear holes. Lots of guys completely miss the fact that they have 2 holes in the side of their faces, and naturally, you get more wax buildup than a female. So you need to consciously put in some effort into removing that wax buildup because if a woman sees it, it's so unsightly and it just gives you the illusion that you're a little bit of a slob. You have no excuses. So, clean those ear holes every time you get out of the shower. Manscaping, a complete hidden topic on the internet where guys don't really know what to do with the whole shebang downstairs. Now, there are so many different options out there, and to make this easy, you can use hair removal cream specifically made for the gonads, you could be daring and go book yourself in for a wax appointment, ouch, or you can just trim it with a body groomer in the shower. Because if you expect a girl to be preen and proper with her arrangement as well, you need to be doing the exact same. Another easy grooming habit is to have tamed facial hair. Now, this is entirely up to you, there is no right, there is no wrong with what you should look like. You can be clean-shaven if you wanted, you could have a handlebar, tash, or you could sport a full Viking beard. You need to make sure it's well tamed, so brush your beard, treat it with an oil, make sure you don't have those scraggly bits and pieces. Because if you do prefer to be clean-shaven, make sure you tackle those little bits of hair around the jawline and the back of the neck, because most guys actually forget to shave that area because they can't see it in the mirror. But this is something that those girls notice all the time. And it could be that we're having an amazing first date, but it's soon, well, specifically me, if I notice those little hairs just kind of sticking out behind the jawline, I'm like, why? What's going on here? Are you lazy? Can you not see? I don't like it. And of course, facial hair is going to look different on every single person. So take your time to have fun with it, see what you look like with the clean-shaven look. The choices that you guys have are absolutely endless. I'm stuck with the eyebrow hair, there's not a great deal I can do with that. Get regular haircuts. A guy that appreciates how he looks actually goes and gets regular haircuts, and then they have the hairstyle that matches it too. And this makes you look groomed and increases your attractiveness. But look, if you don't have the money to get regular cuts, then find a way to master your style when it starts to grow out. One of the best tips I could give you, which you can steal for free, is when you go to a barber's or even a hairdresser's, all you need to do is ask the barber or the hairdresser to record the whole process on your phone so you can watch it and you can learn how to have amazing looking hair every single day. Dental hygiene goes without saying, this one. If you are expecting lots of kisses, then you need to make sure a girl is not completely turned off when she sees their whole teeth situation. Don't go out there and get your teeth bleached, not talking about that. I'm saying just have a regular good little dental hygiene approach, regular gargling, mouthwash, cleaning twice a day, flossing, and of course, if you do want to go out there and pick up those teeth bleaching kits, that would definitely be appreciated. What we're talking about here is having good hygiene, so that girl doesn't feel pulled back when you actually go to kiss her. And let's talk about the lips too, because if you want to kiss a girl, and she has some cracked, bleeding lips with cold sores and blemishes right there, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm not kissing that, is it? You can apply the tiniest bit of Vaseline onto your bottom lip, rub it in, and no one's going to know you're wearing it because the shiny lips approach has gone by the more that you rub it in. So if you need to keep chapstick in your car, in your jean pocket, but try to make it a habit of going to bed every night applying some chapstick, and you always have amazing kissable lips the next day. Well-groomed hands. Of course, this is gonna depend entirely on what you do on a daily basis. For example, if you are into extreme sports like biking, you're going to have calluses on your hands. And if you are a guitar player, you're going to have the same. But what I want you to understand is that if you want to hold a woman's hand and you want to caress her body, you need to make sure you don't have that weird scratchy skin where calluses grow. So if you have bits of skin that's hanging off, then you need to invest in some hand cream. You could also file it down with a nail file. This also includes clipping your nails as well, because long nails on a guy is a little bit of a turn-off. Unless you were a guitar player, then we might just let that slide. However, try to maintain your nails, keep them short, don't bite them because that's pretty gross to watch, and also you end up with those little cuticle bits which, when you pull it, kind of rips the whole of your arm off. And yeah, very unattractive. Don't hide thinning hair. We all start to age, and sadly, guys will lose their hair at some point, not always, but something that us ladies notice straight up is if a guy is actually trying to overcompensate for losing his locks. And I know lots of guys, when they notice they are thinning on top, they grow out their hair long, but what this does is actually start to draw attention to the actual scalp. So we notice this straight away because the weight of the hair is pulling it down. So if you wear your hair naturally into a low ponytail, you're wearing it loose, we can actually see the thinning on top. So instead, embrace the fact that you are losing your hair because it makes you become more graceful and more attractive when you embrace what your blueprint is. Yet, your blueprint once was having lots of hair, but now it's changing to having less hair. And it's sexy when you are confidently you. And despite what you think about guys being a turnoff by having no hair, I would never turn down a date with Jason Statham. Get some shut-eye. Bloodshot eyes and bags are something that ladies do not want to be seeing because it's a sign that you are unhealthy, and your hormones are completely out of whack. And from a psychological perspective, let's go back to the caveman and cave lady times where we couldn't help but judge someone's appearance and assess if we think that they would be good genes to carry our offspring or to give us the ingredients to make offspring. So looking healthy in the eyes is a sign that you are a good person to produce with. Be mindful of what you eat and drink. If you want to have great skin all the time, and great hair, and great looking eyes, you need to be conscious of drinking lots of water and eating right. Get rid of your energy drinks, smoking, excessive alcohol, and caffeine, and you will actually look much more attractive. Your skin has that longevity look when you drink more water. Don't just take my word for it, Google the before and after images of people that have drunk 15 cups of water a day. The results will definitely stun you. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of today's video. But if you want to go ahead and binge some more content, feel free. However, if you do want to uplevel your mindset and also your skills set when it comes to psychology and relationships, there are so many books down below in the description bar that I have personally read and I absolutely love them. And also, a percentage of that sale actually comes back to the channel as a way to say thanks for us putting up content every single day. Another way that you can say a huge thanks to me and everyone else on the channel is signing up to our Super Fan membership. It's a monthly subscription service where you get access to exclusive things that no one else does. And of course, you get your name rolling up at the end of every single video. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.